Yo, good morning, my friends. We're just gonna get right into it today. Welcome to the stream. I see a few people joining. Hope you guys are having a great day. My voice is feeling a little bit better today, marginally better than yesterday. And I got 2 hours to stream right now, and then I gotta go and get. I have a pickleball tournament today, but I'm trying to thread the needle and get some game time in. I'm actually not personally playing today, but like a lot of my pickleball homies that like we're all kind of like a little tribe. They're playing singles today. So my mixed doubles partner, Kathy, she's playing 5-0 singles, and I gotta get out there and like warm her up, and I'll be like cheering for her and stuff. So I'll basically be gone all day, but I'm also gonna do another stream tonight when I get back home from everything. But yeah, mic check 1 2. You guys can hear me okay? Everything all right? Sorry if my voice still sounds a bit rough. It's a little cringe to hear somebody with a like a shot voice, but it's the way she goes. Nice home screen, by the way. Hey, Beach, good to see you. What up, Chad? How you doing, Lion? We got Tobito. How you doing, Tobito? Tobito Berto. Loud and clear, my man. Very nice. So we dinged 50. I feel like we're making some pretty good progress. I'm trying to step it up a little bit and catch up with the boys. I'm getting some FOMO. I want to be able to run dungeons with OG Jeff and Grays and Alex and stuff too, man. Like everybody. I just want to play with everybody, you know? And I'm a watch dad gamer now, so I don't have all the time in the world, but I'm trying, man. Every second I can, I'm trying to get on. Pump a little bit. So basically we're 50. I'm trying to do maybe 2.5 levels per day, and now that we're in our 50s, we can already start thinking about doing some endgame shit. So if people are running BRDs and stuff like that, I can join them at least in the 50s. As a hunter, I can still do my damage, right? It's the nature of range physical. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, man. I mean, for me, like when a character gets to 50, it feels real, you know. You taste a little bit of the end game, you know. We can get out the Fellwood right now. Oh, Fellwood, get tubers going, get all that good shit from Fellwood, Songflowers going. My favorite grinding spot in the entire game, as you guys know, as I've done on multiple other hardcore runs, is up here too, killing the Blood Elves. I could just sit there and coast all the way to 60, grind them all the way. Get tons of gold, potions, probably a couple epics if I just sat there and grinded, but that's just something I do. Maybe here, I'm not actually gonna do that. It's not the best content, and still a lot of good quests to do, and I got to do attunements and stuff like that too. So I want to do BRD stuff and get attuned, get the Oni attunement going, and you know, you guys can help remind me of stuff I should do too while I can still get XP from it, you know. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm in Azshara, and when you turn level 50, this is one thing you want to do on Hunter ASAP, because why? You guys know, Devil's Sore Eye. It's a trinket you use for a long time. Very good trinket. So and it takes a while to get done, to like prep. So if you get an ST group ready, I've made this mistake before on my other hunters in the past, where it's like an ST group is ready to go, right? And you're like, oh, all right, let's go out to Azshara, grab the quest. It won't take that long, right? Nope, it takes a long fucking time. So they're sitting there with their dicks in their hands waiting for you to finish, and you're there for like an hour, and they like get upset at you and stuff like that. Like, you want to prep this quest and get it to the part where you need the ST shit like as soon as possible. So that's what we're gonna do right now. These antlers here from the coursers are a very low drop rate, so you probably have to kill like 100 of them to get to. And then you have to go on the coast and kill these hydras, and that's also a low drop rate for that. And then we turn it in, and then you're ready to go to ST. So we'll be like locked and loaded, ready to go. If we see an ST group form, it's pretty rare to get an ST group, low pop server like this. We see an ST group form, then we just go. But yeah, guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a good day today. It's currently like 9 a.m. in California here. It's gonna be a hot day today. Be out in the sun all day. PPA Sacramento starts today for me. It's a big like major league pickleball tournament. All like the best pickleball players from around the world are here. Right in my neck of the woods, which is cool. I've met a lot of them already, but you know, like everybody, the greats, Tyson McGuffin, Ben John, Colin Johns. I don't know if you guys know anything about that stuff. That's a whole nother world, the pickleball stuff, but it's an exciting time. So I'm still gonna pump this weekend, but I'm gonna have to be putting in like DGen hour type work, because starting tomorrow, I'm playing men's tomorrow. So I'm gonna be cooked all day. But early in the morning and late at night, that's when you can expect the streams, and I'll try to get on. But yeah, I'm hoping to win. Was 104 in Palm Springs yesterday, a heater? Yeah, yesterday was so hot. I went into my car, and the temperature inside of the car was 125 degrees. It cooled down. I mean, the outside temperature was like 108 or something, but it was super hot. So another thing is, like, we turned 50, right? Here's how our talents are looking, by the way, on this character. So we're just like kind of standard issue BM. Everything pretty standard issue, right? 4 points in Frenzy instead of 3. It's only like interesting thing. And we went survival instead of marks, which I love, honestly. I actually think it's kind of the move. You get kind of threat capped as a hunter, even as BM. So like additional damage doesn't really matter that much. And having entrapment is just, it makes you so much stronger in PvP. So much stronger, and in dungeons, that I really think this is the move. If we were just gonna like sit and grind mobs till 60, and we were just gonna like kind of like dig in and be somewhere for a long time, maybe I'd respect BM marks. But it's kind of no point, right? Like I haven't respected all on this character. When I go to level 60, I'm gonna go like my favorite like hunter opening type spec. So we go survival, down to sure-footed, and then we go marksmanship, and that's very good. You can raid like that. You get free hit from survival. Really good for dungeons. But the other thing about dinging level 50, you see, is we got this. OG Jeffrey sent this to us. Griffin Wing Longbow, which is better than the Verdant Keeper's Aim. So we actually have like a fucking 50 cal on our hip, dude. This thing's like pumping right now. It's not like that much better, but it is better. And so the speed is a little bit worse, 2.7, but it has a lot of agility on it and higher DPS. You guys are orange mobs. So we're hoping to get lucky and get these antlers quick. Who's your teammate for the tournament? He's an Indian dude who I've played with since the very start. He's a tennis guy as well. He was a D1 tennis player at Sac State. So we're both tennis guys. We're both big drivers. And we've gone the whole distance together. Same with my mixed partner too. Like we all started like in the same wave, kind of like just leveling new characters together. We all started Pickleball around the same time, about a little bit over a year ago. We started at like maybe like a 3-5 level, and then we just grinded our way up. We started winning tournaments at each bracket, 3-5, 4, 4-5. So I'm playing 4-5, which I feel pretty comfy in. Like I'm starting to play more 5-0 tournaments, and settling into that bracket. And I feel like playing 5-0 tournaments makes you a lot better. You kind of like rise to the occasion. So playing 4-5. I think I have a good shot to win this weekend. Jeff hooking it up. When joining Cargo stream, I have a bingo card. Food, Pickleball, Vanilla Bow, Wishlist, KEKW. Yeah, we talk about that. I mean, you know what though, bro? That's a lot more than you get than other streams though, Serotonin. A lot of other streams, it's kind of dead, man. Like they're basically the streamer is just playing the game and enjoying. Maybe I should do that more. Enjoy the game and just zone out. Maybe I'd be able to stream longer. Because we're always talking about stuff non-stop, like rapid fire. You know, maybe I should just like shut up and enjoy the game a little more. And that way I could stream longer and not get cooked. But, I don't know, we have a good thing going. I'm not built for streaming long hours. I just know that about myself. I'm just like, I'm not really a good streamer, to be honest. But I still like the stream. I'm not a good streamer, but I like the stream. Like a little bit. And I like to kind of have like a platform and people to play the game with, you know. I'm really appreciative of that fact that I put enough hours in, put that time in, that probably for the rest of my life I'll have people to play vanilla with if I ever want to play vanilla. STG, my man, just keeps getting buffers. Save some ladies for the rest of us. What's STG? What's up, job boy? How you doing, man? You getting buffer? I'm wearing a women's tank top today. I got no shame, bro. This is literally a women's article of clothing. But I mean, women kind of have the good-looking athletic wear. I'm not gonna lie. They have all types of cool tank tops they can choose from. The men selection not the best. I'm just wearing like some neon fucking like Miami Vice type shit. Lulu leggings when? Yeah, maybe, bro. Maybe, you never know. Your titties looking great in that one? Yo, thanks, man. Titties looking great. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got some nice cleavage. With that. Yeah, so I'm feeling really good about this character though overall, guys. Like this is a very blessed run. It wasn't the fastest character I've ever leveled. I kind of took my time on Steam Deck and stuff, but gear's looking really good. Everything's good. We got a lot of good drops, like Rock Rip Gauntlets already. Sagebrush Girdle from Mardon is good. 15 agi is a ton of agi, bro. This legging is really good. 20 agi. Elven Chain Boots is like close to previous, honestly. 18 agility is a ton. We have 19 agi. Just pure agi is just chef's kiss fucking bellissimo on Hunter. Like that's what she's looking for. Just pure raw fucking agi. Stack it up. That's all it is. The itemization on Hunter is very easy. The easiest out of all the classes, I'm sure. Because like agility is literally OP for Hunter. You get all the benefits of regular agility. You get the crit, you get the armor, you get the dodge, you get everything. But you also get 2 AP. Best class. We have the wolf. Like, this is the first Hunter that I had this pet. And it's named after my daughter. And it's a girl wolf. And it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna ding 60. And I'm gonna have Furious Al. And I was talking to some of the homies on the server, right? Apparently no Hunters right now can do tribute. They're messaging Hunters like, yo, can you clear tribute? Nobody can do it. And that's actually the case in vanilla. You might think everybody can do tribute, all the Hunters. To be honest, at least in my experience, maybe 10% of the Hunters at 60 can do tributes. So we're gonna start getting some tributes going for the boys. We're gonna solo Maradon. We're gonna get the ring. We're gonna go get SGC by herself. What else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? Let me think. We're gonna get... Let me think of the other previs. Oh, Devil Source? We can go kill Devil Source. We need somebody to skin though. Yeah. Yo, I wonder if you can... Yo. Sorry. Yo, I wonder if we can get the AQ, like, Duke leggings and stuff. I wonder if that's in the phase. Probably not, I'm guessing. But you just get that from the mobs in Silithus, right? You know what I'm saying? Where you have to get the item and you summon the Dukes and the Lords. And it gets the BOE blue pants. Solo Tribute is so much fun. Perfect balance of challenge and skill. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I just... Vanilla is a fucking masterpiece. You've heard me say it a million times. We got 1 antler already. That's good. We're only like probably 20 kills in. We got 1. The thing is, like, as a Hunter, you're supposed to be like, what's the class fantasy of Hunter if you had to explain it? You're like light armor, in theory, kind of high damage, ranged physical, high mobility. You're a tracker. You're a scout. You're like, you're out in the open field by yourself. You know what I mean? With just you and your pet. And you're supposed to be, at least for me, part of the class fantasy is you're kind of like self-reliant too as a Hunter. You know, you have your own tank, you have your own heals. You're very sustainable and self-reliant on your own. And Blizzard just knocked it out of the park with that one. Obviously, we've talked about stuff like Eagle Eye and tracking, but there's no way they had the vision for Hunters in its completion. Like, the fact that you can be self-reliant and get a lot of your pre-bis and not and function so well and be so effective in like a low economy early server setting. The fact that you can, you know, like I said, solo get your SGC. Tribute alone probably gives you like 4 pieces of pre-bis-ish type items, right? Maradon gives you like 2 or 3 pieces of pre-bis-ish items. You can even solo stuff in Dire Maul East, like no problem. So you can get some stuff solo in Dire Maul East. Dire Maul West, I don't know. I mean, you can do some stuff in Dire Maul West, like the 0.5 chain for Hunter. You can do a lot of the 0.5 chain by yourself as well. You don't need a group. Class is just... I honestly think it was just pure luck with Vanilla WoW to a certain extent, because there's no way they could have like predicted all this stuff. But it's like very, very like flavorful of a class. Both in its, you know, both in its concept and also in practice. Like, your playstyle in practice reflects the class fantasy so well. And I think a lot of classes in vanilla are like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys are mains on a different class, right? So you can think about it with your own class. But like, if you're a shaman or if you're a mage, a lot of the actual playstyle really reflects the class fantasy. And it's this perfect balance where the classes feel so different in vanilla that you genuinely like feel kind of jelly of other classes, right? Like you want to play other classes because they look so cool, they look so fun, and they're so different from your own class. And all the classes, like even if you look at all of their skills, they kind of have like a color palette or like a theme to the class. You know what I'm saying? Like paladins, you even look at the tooltip icons, it's like gold. You know, blessings, it's like white, gold, silver, blue. Priest, white, black for the shadow. Like you already have both antlers? Oh dude, we got lucky actually. Thank you. Sorry, I was just rambling. Thank you. So actually really thank you. I would have just been sitting here. Okay, we're kind of like doing our own thing, not following the guide exactly right now. I'm gonna pick up this quest. I need to remind myself what this is. This Kim Jail indeed. This might be something I could just bang out real quick, you know, because I'm already up here. Let me see. This is like it might be the one where you go to the camp and you get like the chicken and all that. If it is, then we'll do it later because we need the betrayed quest. I don't have that from Orgrimmar. This area of Azshara though is absolutely goated. Like you guys all know it though. We've been playing vanilla WoW forever. But
yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, compass, scope, all this shit. I guess I'll grab it. But like this whole area here, like where we are in northern Azshara, is a fucking cornucopia of resources. Sicko herbs, sicko mining, amazing grinding spots, literally S+ tier grinding spots. But it's kind of far removed, you know. Thankfully, Horde has a flight path here, and Alliance has one here, and there's vendors here, and Orgrimmar's close by, so it's not so bad. But this is where I would go to grind shards too on Warlock, like Orc Warlock. But you pretty much have like both Satyr camps, which are amazing. These guys down here, they drop Dark Runes, they drop Mongoose Pattern. All that stuff is another Satyr camp, like a little bit away. Over there, there's another Satyr camp. There's rares that spawn. There's chests all around these ruins. Tons of chests. Down in this area, in the down below part, where is it? Down in, I want to say it's like here. Oh no, it's in here. Yeah, in that dome there, there's a rare that drops a BOE blue one-hander sword. General Fang Terror or something. You can sell it for a lot. Azshara is sick. And then my favorite grinding spot, like I said, are the Blood Elves, which are, where are they? Blood Elves are, I think it's this way. Let's say it's this way. No, that might have been too far. It is, oh, I think it's just right here. Yeah, right here. I almost died here in hardcore a couple times. But if you're a physical damage dealer, and Hunter is the best class to kill these guys by far. Second place is Rogue though. If you're a Hunter or Rogue, this is just, they're just amazing. They drop major healing potions. They have all the best loot table, right? Like Edgemaster, Crowblade, everything can drop from these guys. They die in like 2 shots. I go like auto, multi, auto, dead. You know, you can stun them with Intim. You know, rogues can just obliterate them too, but Rogue's a little bit more risky because some of these are like 3 pulls, 2 pulls, and they're really squished, right? Or Hunter, your range, like, it's so good. Like, I could just sit there until 60, honestly, but we're gonna play the game. Alright, let's go turn this Courser Antler quest in, and then we're gonna go do the Threshodons. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. Let me see. What's your endgame town spec? Marks survival or survival marks? It's going to be marks survival. So we're going to go down to True Shot Aura and then go in survival down to Sure-Footed. And then once we get enough gear, we're going to respec. We're going to respec to marks, splashing into BM a little bit. And then you get a couple points like in one of these, right? For depending on what raids you're doing, what content you're doing. But I can't tell you how fun early game Hunter is when you're able to unironically splash into survival and get entrapment. Like, you don't have to respec. You can PvP super well. You can PvE super well. You don't have to ever respec. You're super strong. You know, it's a sad day when you have to get rid of entrapment, man. Sad. Oh, we gotta start thinking about our previs and where we get it. So headpiece. Couple options for headpiece. We got that one out of Strath. This one, what I have on is not too bad actually, but it's AP instead of Agi. Agi's better, right? Because you can crit. Crit is king. I'm trying to think. There's that hit head, right? Ghost Shroud Helm or something. Neck is going to be the 0.5 neck. Shoulder is going to be True Strikes or the green one that you get from BRD and you kill the Molten Giant. Quest reward, green. Cloak, Baron Cloak, or the BRD Cloak. Chest. Dire Maul chest, we'll use for now. The Hauberk. Bracer. It's just not bad, but I gotta think actually. Our Bracer. It's not bad for now. Maybe you guys can think of one. These are decent for gloves, but we're gonna use Devil Sword gloves and pants. Belt, we're gonna use 0.5 belt. Oh, bracer, we can use 0.5. I have it. Somebody sent it to me. I have it. Alright, so this is the other thing. When you're doing this hunter quest and you need to get the Threshodons, you go north. I used to go south, and south is such a misplay. It actually used to be fucked up on Questy, where when you pressed map for this quest, it only showed a couple Threshodon spawns up here. And all the little bag icons were down in the south. So it like baited you to go south to kill them. But in reality, it's way better to do it like here. You just basically push up from here and wind around. So that's what we're gonna do. Good morning, Cars. I see you chose to rock your pink spaghetti straps today. Great choice. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm looking fabulous. This is like that super bright pink. It's a women's tank top. It's XXL size women's tank top. Love it. Kind of like tapers in a little bit. I got Pickleball in the back. Look, check it out. Pickleball. It's an APP tank top. I think entrapment even procs off explosive immolation trap. It does. It does, yeah. But that's not that useful. How is it fresh if you can get 0.5? I mean, 0.5 is still not that strong, bro. For rogues it is, but it's okay. I mean, it's way better. It's honestly, I like it. I like being able to do 0.5 early. I think it's pretty fun. And like with Psalm was the first time that I saw that, right? Because 0.5 always came out later. Like AQ, right? Psalm was the first time they put it in from the start. And it was sick. It felt like kind of like new content. All that shit hit differently in Psalm. Oh, what am I doing? I need to go out to the water. Hold on. Become some kind of slow on me. Oh no, it's not slow. Okay, so we need a little macro or something to target these guys. These guys are a pain in the dick. They're like orange Threshodon thing, Hydra things. To find one and make a macro. Gotta watch out for these fuckers. Oh, I see one. Okay, so it's called Wave Thrasher. Thrasher cast Hunter's Mark. Okay. We just run around spamming this. Strap in, boys. We might be here for a while. Low drop rate. We need 5 of them. 6 of them. Scalebeard. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever killed this. A rare turtle? My god. Looks completely the same as all the other turtles. See what he drops. I think, yeah. Yo, good morning though, guys. Good morning. I got about 2 hours to stream with you guys. Oh, I think he's a rare elite. It's like 7k health. This guy is strong, bro. I think he's elite. Getting some threat building up. Might pull soon. 112, getting close. Guy's got super high armor. Might have to heal my pet. Bring it back for a second. So he's hitting for 52, and I heal for 142 a tick. Yeah, we got it. Yo, what up, Javo? Good to talk with you last night, bro. Yeah, I love Azshara. Really nice zone. It has everything. It has everything you need. And the fact that there's not much to do in Azshara makes it kind of a lonely place, you know? Like, I feel like only like the true vanilla gamers, you know, like they know about the cornucopia of Azshara. Like random noobs and stuff, they don't come to Azshara. It's not much to do. Oh yeah, what did it get? Fiery Wrath? 24 fire damage on a belt? Thoughts? Just no one's using fire damage right now. It's not like AQ's where it can do AQ or anything. Kind of torn between wanting to level a rogue or a hunter at the moment. Yeah, we can talk about that. The pros and cons of both. I love talking about stuff like that in vanilla. The pros and cons about going hunter or rogue. Rogue is going to be a sweatier existence. You're going to have to rank more. Or the expectation is to... Well, I don't know, actually. Honestly, fuck it. You don't have to rank. Right? Like, is the PvP set really good for rogues for PvE? Not really, right? They're just going to wear 0.5. So rogue's kind of chill. And you don't have to get 14 weapons. You can just... You can use whatever, even Dalran, Scrollblade, Mirror Song. Trying to think of the sweat level of rogue. The downside of rogue, man, is people don't really want you in the groups. You're kind of like last pick. You know, you can pull your weight, you can do decent damage, but you're not going to be pumping like a warrior's pumping. You'll be alright though. I mean, in the 5-mans they're pretty useful. They can stun lock the shit out of everything, and it's alright, but it's not really like your top choice. So you're basically, I mean, that's just a basic statement, right? In vanilla, if you play rogue, you're bottom of the food chain in terms of people wanting to play with you. And that does suck. When I played on Everlook 1 and I went undead rogue, I felt that. Even being kind of a streamer, Andy, you know? It's just like, no one's looking for you. No one's looking for you as a rogue. Or hunters, a lot of hunters are kind of retarded, but the hunters actually add a lot of utility, a lot of impact. You're a little more in demand. What else? I mean, let me think though. I mean, rogue does good damage. Like if you know what you're doing on rogue, like you can out DPS a lot of brown classes. There's a lot of dogwater warriors. You can do pretty good damage on rogue, but you can't tank. Like I'm telling you that you will feel that. You will feel that 100%. If you play rogue and you can't tank, like especially if you played warrior before and then you go rogue, it feels frustrating at times at 60. It's like, fuck, man, I'm just like stun locked. I can't do anything. Like another drawback of playing rogue is your gold farms are pretty bad. They're okay, like BRD pickpocket. You can go to like Silithus and go like tap all the bug caves for the mining and stuff. It's all kind of like mid gold farming. You know, you can do jump runs and stuff and partner up with somebody and do jump runs. It's another kind of mid way to make gold, but it's a struggle. A lot of times rogues end up just grinding stuff because their combat efficiency is really good. So I know even though rogues aren't the best at making gold, I know lots of rogues that can make a lot of money and make a lot of gold, and they're very savvy with their gold. And a lot of times they just grind. They just go out to the open world like WPL or like these Blood Elves here, and they just grind for a few hours. And that's how they make their gold. And it is satisfying. It's fun to grind on Rogue, right? Like it's a class where the combat rotation, just the way the damage feels, the abilities feel good to press. The advantage of playing Rogue though is like you absolutely dunk on everybody in World PvP. You really do. Even if you're a terrible Rogue, like if you are actually like a sub-spec Rogue in vanilla, you can fuck up, you can make like 10 in mistakes and still win. You know, unless you're like fighting in like an absolute gamer or you're like countered or something. I mean, you literally can like blind, prep, blind, no DR. Like, that's bananas, dude. In vanilla, you can blind, prep, blind. Like... You gonna solo DMT? Yo, what up, Alex? Yeah, I'm gonna solo DMT. 100% when we get there. Oh, good to see you, bro. Good morning. Are you at work right now? You working? They as bad as Priest, DME Lasher pulls, and that's about it. But the thing is, Priest, you can make money in a lot of ways because you're a Priest. Everybody wants to play with the Priest, you know. You're sought after. You can partner up with a Warrior. Go do BRD speedrun, 2 people, and you sell Hodge. I did that before. I made a lot of gold. Basically, what you do is you do a lava run. You do a BRD, or what was it called? Lava skip run. Just the Emperor. Straight to Emperor. And if you're a Giga Chad Warrior with just 1 Priest healer, you can do it, and you can do it fast. And people can pay you per run, or you can charge per drop. It's good gold, really good gold. Or you can do jump runs. I mean, people are just going to want to play with you if you're a healer. Like, Priest is always in demand. But yeah, like on their own, they don't really have good gold farming method as Priest. It is really bad. It's probably the worst class. Because you're just like combat effectiveness is like just dog shit. Just like Lasher farm. Then they nerfed Lasher farm for no reason. On private server, Lasher farm in Dire Maul East was really good. I forgot why though. I honestly forgot why. There's something about it. I think it just dropped more gray items that you could vendor for like gold. Because those Lashers drop these little like, you know, leaves and scraps and shit that you can vendor for like, you know, 1 gold, 2 gold each. I think they nerfed it. Because people were botting. There's multiple reasons I need a solo DMT. Multiple reasons? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good shit in DMT, bro. There's like 4 pieces of gear you can get. You can get rings for the boys. You can get buffs. You can get the grog. So good. DMT is just... DMT is your oasis as a hunter. You have a vendor there, bro. I can't even express how good that is. You have a vendor. In your farm spot, you have a vendor. I want to experience what it's like to be an enchanter, though. I've never done that before on Hunter. I think I'm going to drop mining and go enchanting and try it. It'll be something completely new for me. Because on this low pop server, I feel like enchanting materials are going to be very hard to get. There's not going to be much on the auction house, right? And people are going to need enchants. And it might sell for a lot. You know, just like large brills. So if you just get like some you know some of the blues are kind of dog shit off the bosses, right? You get like a bracer. You get like a break. What's my pet doing, dude? My pet's smoking crack. Can you help me, buddy? A potion. This Makura can heal? Is this a healer Makura? What? What a weird mob. He's like blasting me too. I'm like about to die, bro. Oh my god. What's it called? Makrini Scrabbler? I don't know if I ever fought these, bro. It's a Makura that can just straight up cast greater heal on itself. I'm in the water too, so like my regen is so bad. Like tempo potion if I had it. I don't have it. I just got auto attack. You know, one of the biggest tips on Hunter though I can give you guys. I've said it before, but I don't think I was ever able to explain it in a way that it connected with the audience. You can be, I swear, like so effective, like 80% of max effectiveness on your class by just auto-shotting and regular melee attacking. You don't actually have to press any buttons, and you're very powerful. And a lot of times when you're playing Hunter and you're sitting at low mana, sustained grinding things, you kind of like think to yourself, like, I'm griefing. Like, that's one of the biggest baits, using Raptor Strike on Hunter. Like, it should be kind of rare when you use Raptor Strike, to be honest. Like, it's good, especially if you have the 20 crit on it. But I feel like if you're trying to build good fundamentals on a hunter, if you're a new hunter player, it sounds really strange. But I'm telling you, it's the God's honest truth. Take every skill off your bar, including Hunter's Mark, including Serpent Sting. Every single skill, take it off. All you want to put on your bar is this, Auto Shot, Target of Target with Raptor Strike, and Target of Target without Raptor Strike. And all you want to do is you want to move smooth with your pet, with your character, move to the target, auto shot it, go into melee range when it's about to die, draw your pet back to make it come a little bit closer so you can loot it fast, and just right click it one time. You don't have to Raptor Strike it to interrupt all your regen. And I swear that's going to make you a good player, because basically what it's going to do is it's going to make you really solid with like the fundamental like kind of mechanics of your class. Because the difference in damage between like a Raptor Strike melee and a regular melee is not that much, right? It's a yellow versus a white, so there's that. But I'm telling you, hunters get baited by their kit to just fuck their mana regen up, right? Just the hunter's market, and then it gets and stops the regen, gives you a little bit of RAP. Yeah, so what? Like, you just sat there auto-shotting the mob for like 8 seconds, 10 seconds. You get in a couple ticks of regen, and then you run into melee range and Raptor Strike it and fuck your regen up. It's like, it's bad habits, you know. And I still make those mistakes as well. But I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Maybe there's some hunter players out there where that would make sense, but imagine a hunter where their foundation with like movement and just using auto shot and just regular melees is really solid. Is that the MP5 stuff? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, after you don't cast a spell for, that's what this is, 5 seconds, you start regenning, right? So like you see it right now, I'm starting to regen right now. Why am I going to Raptor Strike right now? For what? I mean, sometimes it's useful if it's going to kill the mob, if it's going to make the difference. But you should just be okay right-clicking a mob with no ability. Don't use fucking Mongoose Bite. Don't use Wing Clip. Don't use Raptor Strike. More often than not, you're going to look like a noob, to be honest. I mean, there are good abilities, and like it's bad to be like mana capped and stuff, you know? But it's kind of bait. It's kind of bait. So like right now, right? Like for example, I'm killing this Wave Thrasher, I'm auto-shotting it. You know, it's dying, everything is good. I'm ticking up regen right now. Is there, you know, tick, 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 tick. When it comes in, like I probably shouldn't Raptor Strike this. Wow, this thing does a lot of damage actually. Oh my god. See, like in this case, I probably should actually overpower it because I'm getting fucked up right now. These things are really strong actually. But if this is just some random mob, you know what I mean, and it's like not that strong, and you're shooting it for a while, like don't Raptor Strike it, just right click it. So like, for me, my system of doing it, if it's helpful to anybody at all, is that's what these three things are here right now. You see how it says auto, TOT, and TOTW? So the top one is just regular auto shot, but it's got, you know, like the auto shot macro where it has like some wall of text for some reason. It just makes auto shot like work better. I don't understand it, but it's been around forever. Second is target of target with Raptor Strike. So that's basically melee weave, but with Raptor Strike. And the third one is target of target without Raptor Strike. So it's just straight up melee. And I use this one basically just to, you know, it's kind of fucking me up a little bit. I use this one just to right click mobs, like the third one. Soloing DMT with bad gear will be rough but doable. Actually, I mean, yeah, you're right, because in reality you're gonna make mistakes doing DMT. But DMT is a rite of passage for hunters. There's a couple rites of passage for hunters, and I love that about this class, because I'll tell you what, right now, you can do DMT with a level 1 bow, rough arrows, and completely naked. You know how I know? Because it's been done. It's been done. There's this one guy who's like a DMT god. Someone will know his name in the chat. Like, he made videos about it, and he like practiced it, like his own personal speed runs of it. DMT is like a dance, and I'm not the best at it, honestly. I'm like maybe like 50th percentile. Yeah, Zeroji. Yeah, Zeroji. That's him. But if you are like a real hunter player with real finesse, you can go through it and take like no damage. There are some elements of RNG. There are some things that can fuck you over. Like, stuff can just go wrong a little bit, but the amount of stuff that can go wrong if you play perfect is smaller than you think. Like, it's maybe just a couple percentage points of like stuff going wrong, because there are ways basically to ensure that Feign Death doesn't resist, even with no spell hit or anything like that, if you're far enough away. You know, there's just, I'll show you when we get there. Like, keep in mind, I'm not like the best at tribute. I still wipe in there sometimes, but it's like a rite of passage for Hunter. Like, if I'm in a guild and I'm the hunter class leader for the guild, and we have hunters in there, to me, I want all my hunters to be able to do tribute, and I want to like watch them do tribute. If they're applying to the guild as a hunter, I want them to send me their tribute bot, and I want to look at it. Right? You can completely size up what kind of like hunter player they are, just by looking at how I'm sure they can clear it, but like how do they clear it? How smooth is it? You know what I mean? And there's other ones too. That's the cool thing about Hunter. Like, it's the SGC farm you can do solo. It's Maradon. Good old Maradon's solid. We're probably just gonna farm Golden Maradon for a little bit, because we need stuff out of there, and I need Mithril. Mithril is really good for Maradon. There's a ton of nodes. Every single Maradon run that you do as Hunter, you get maybe like 3 Mithril nodes, and you get Solid Stone. I think I'm... Oh, man. Quite such a pain in the dick, man. I need to go back to the coast and just, like, walk up there. I don't think there's any threshers where I'm at. Looking extra Cali fresh today. What's up, Ty? Good to see you, man. I don't know if this stuff is interesting to you guys. I mean, honestly, you can be honest with me. This is boring to you, like Hunter stuff. A lot of you guys don't even play Hunter, and maybe you all know this stuff already. But I love vanilla WoW, and I feel like all the classes have their own rites of passage. Like, if you're a mage, maybe you want to see another mage who's applying to the guild. You want to see how they move. You want to see how they AoE farm. You want to see what kind of finesse they have on the class. You want to see them do, like, you know, croc pulls in ZG solo. See if they can do that. What do they have up their sleeve? You know, what kind of mage are they? And for warrior, there's definitely... oh, wow, there's rich thorium out there. What nuanced min-max things are available to hunters in a raid setting that aren't talked about as much? Trinket swapping is really cool. So because you can feign death, you can drop combat for a second, right? And you're able to swap to another trinket. So you're able to... And rogues can do it too, but I don't know. I don't know if rogues can do it as... I mean, it's like on vanish cooldown, right? So, like, I guess you can do it every boss. One time. But yeah, there's trinket swapping. There's also... Let me think. I mean, there's engineering stuff, obviously, right? So you can run into melee range and sapper when you do... basically, if you can do it perfectly and not fuck it up even for 1 second and it's perfect, it is a DPS increase to run in and do this. And go back out just to the minimum range and shoot again. It's a DPS increase to go in and raptor strike like that. So if you do that, you go into melee range and you sapper. That's good, right? And sometimes sapper's not the play though, because dynamite's going to be better. Because the way it maths out is dynamite cooldown's 1 minute, right? So like 2 dynamites can be better than a sapper. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? Because if you sapper, it's like a big cooldown. No, I think, honestly, if you sapper, 1 minute later, you can dynamite, right? So, yeah, I think that's how it works. So, you can sapper and dynamite. But, I mean, there's Oni. There's all types of little tricks in vanilla in general. Like, Oni book. Every single server I ever play on, no one wants the Oni book, and they don't realize that it's actually, like, a sick, like, 3% damage increase, like, at least. So, like, I try to get the Oni book first, man. Like, I'll spend DKP on that or whatever, dude. Like, I'll try my best to get that thing early. What else? Okay, other min-max things? See, I can talk forever about this shit, bro. Spell power. Spell power. There's no offensive flask for physical damage in vanilla, right? But there is an offensive flask for casters. So, hunters do spell damage. They do, from serpent stings and traps. So you might as well, if you're trying to min-max and push it, you can use Supreme Power. And in MC at least, there's a lot of cleave fights in MC. And a lot of times, yeah, you're not allowed to serpent sting the main boss, right? Obviously, because it's kind of a dog shit DPS and people get mad at you. But the off targets, that's how you get hundreds, bro. All the other lizards, you serpent sting those motherfuckers. And you can put like a couple serpent stings out. There is like, when you do the hunter rotation, there's one flex spot available in the rotation where it maths out, right? Where there's like, you've used multi-shot, you've used aim shot, you have one global to spare, and you can do a couple things in that global. You can feign death trinket swap, you can throw a dynamite, you can do something, right? Tab surface thing real quick, and then go back and keep going. But that's how you push hella damage on Hunter. Psalm, I want to say on Psalm I had a couple hundreds for sure. I had like pretty much 99s and hundreds. Would you then use Arcane Shot with spell power? Nah, no shot, because Arcane Shot shares cooldown with aim shot, so you never did that. Never do that. But on private server, there was a guy. His name was Skito. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Maybe some of you guys are OGs here. You know what I'm talking about. He was a multi-classer. He played everything. But he was mainly a tank, and he like popularized like BT2 female like warrior, like Giga Sweat, like Jenny from the Block looking fucking like hoop earrings look. Like he also played like, he was a tank mainly, but he also played Hunter, and he played Spell Power Hunter. And I don't know if private server was messed up, something with the coefficients or something, but like it was kind of cracked for a second. Like somebody made that work, but I don't think it's gonna work on this server. Had Jeff play your DD rap on stream. It's so good. Loving the pick day. What's up here, Maiden? How you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is actually a women's tank top. Yes, sir. Your boy Cargo's coming up here wearing a women's tank top. This is actually a female article of clothing. XXL size. I like it. Renataki's Charm of Beast is the best Hunter trinket vanilla. 100%. Renataki's is huge as well. Renataki's is huge. But like, yeah, I mean, I could talk about all types of other stuff, bro. I just have to kind of, I just have to remember it, you know? And your guys' questions help me remember it. Like, let me think what else. Little min-max things on Hunter. Like, look at my abilities. Min-max things on Hunter. What about pet min-maxing? On Psalm, it was hard to keep the pets alive because they like buff the fights, right? So your pets would die a lot more. But on Psalm, I played with some pet builds where I ended up, instead of Cat, because Cat is plus 10 modifier damage, but it's very weak, right? It's like very low health. And armor doesn't matter in raids because your pet just gets one shot. But health matters. So I experimented with a... I experimented with Owl, and pretty much went max health and actually sacrificed some damage. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let me look at my talents. It was like something like this. I went... let me think. I don't know if I took this actually. It might have just been the pet talents. But I basically got the Owl's health to some really high number. And it was able to survive a lot of the cleave and stuff, and I was able to get good value from that. I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to always believe that you need to use the max DPS pet, because sometimes you just have to think for yourself. Like, question A, is your pet surviving the fight? If it's not surviving the fight, how can you make it survive the fight? Did you just mess something up? But like in normal vanilla, where it's not Psalm, in pretty much almost all the fights, your pet will be able to survive and connect and deal damage. So if your pet's dying, you just have to, you know, be humble and realize that you fucked something up. I mean, sometimes it's outside your control, but sometimes you just have to hold your pet back for an entire phase even, or whatever, or keep it on stay command over here, right? Like I just put it over here for a little bit, stack it up with this, wait for something to happen, and then send it in, right? Or sometimes you recall your pet. Sometimes I do think it's actually worth it to heal your pet. You know, yeah, you lose damage, but your pet has buffs. Your pet is pretty strong, and sometimes I think it's worth it to actually men pet it and keep it healthy to protect buffs and whatnot. So that's the thing. Like, you have to think for yourself in the situation. of what to do. Dude, these Makuras are fucking constructed alternatively. Holy shit, these guys are strong. They heal, they do massive damage. What about scrolls and ecos for pets? That's if you're a bougie like that, if you got gold like that, if you're running the GDKP and you're getting the fucking puller cut and you got money like that, by all means, yeah, juju your pet up, scroll your pet up. That shit is expensive though. It's mainly the jujus. Jujus, you have to buy the ecos on the auction house, right? Or farm them yourself. And some of the good guilds, they go out there and it's mandatory. You have to go out to Winter Spring and you eco farm with the group. Mandatory. You have to be there. If you're not there, see you later. Or you lose your raid spot or something, because it's important. Because basically how it works with ecos is that when the giants die in Winter Spring, they drop an eco, but it drops an eco for everybody. Everybody gets one. So if you have 40 people out there farming, one giant dies and it drops an eco, that means you got 40 eco. But people get lazy and most guilds don't do that, and a lot of people just have to buy the ecos off the auction house, and they're very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. That's how people like Drome and multi-boxers were able to make infinite gold in Summer 2019 Classic, because they would multi-box, right? And they would just, one-shot the giant in Winter Spring with a bunch of characters. And each one of their characters in the multi-box would get an eco. That's why multi-boxing fucking sucks. And they would be able to sell those on the auction house for like infinite gold. But yeah, you have to scroll your pet, juju your pet. 100%. You have to kind of maybe you have to tip the healers a little bit. Please take care of my pet, please. Please, you have to be vocal. You have to be kind of annoying. One of my hunter mentors back in private server days, his name was Razaya the Ravager. Some of you guys might know him. He's a really humble guy. Like, he was the guy who basically started unironically using the Ravager axe on hunter to do like the spin, cleave spin damage. Like the SM axe, he would use it, endgame to do cleave damage and stuff, right? He told me, most important consumable you can have on hunter is snowballs. And he was like, what you need to do is if people aren't healing your pets, you just have to fucking snowball them. Stun lock them with snowballs. And like, he's kind of memeing, right? But like, you have to go to bat. You have to go to bat for your pet. You have to check your pet's buffs and like be a little bit annoying. Be like respectful, but annoying. And be like, guys, like the pets aren't getting heals, please. Like, please, like, can you please keep like might up on pets, please? Like, when are you making a guild against the victory? Yeah, I'm thinking about that, guys. To be honest, I'm thinking about making a guild here. I was talking with Grace about how it's being so nice to not be in any kind of leadership position for once and just to chill in game, but I feel like we're at like a pivotal point with the server where the vibes are a little bit kind of off in a way. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you, like the vibes I get from Time Lost, it's like very like kind of serious, and I don't want to say mean-spirited, but it sort of like just puts a bad taste in my mouth, man. Like, there's just something overly serious about it to me, and I truly want this server to succeed. I believe in Aladar's initial vision of just making this the best place to play vanilla for now. I want the server to succeed, and I want to like ensure that there's good vibes and that things are fair. You know what I mean? Things are fair, and like we have good leadership that has like cleared all the content and like aren't noobs and stuff. And but for me, there's some other considerations with that. I talked about it on stream the other day. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't really want to raid in like a 3 out of 10 casual guild where it's taking forever to clear the content. We're wiping, like no one has buffs. We're just sort of like chugging along. Like, I want to be like inspired by my other players. I want to see the passion for vanilla burning in my players, right? Like, I want to see it. Like, they love this game. They're pushing the envelope. They're showing up. You don't have to be like giga sweaty where you have boggling root every raid, but like 7 out of 10 sweat, 7 out of 10 sweat, where we can actually put some good numbers up against Mankrick and White Main and all that, right? So, but that may not be the vibe as well, because people are very like, just want to chill and be casual. Oh shit, yo, Alex with the tier 1. Oh shit, that's crazy, bro. Thank you, bro. From one creator to another, I appreciate it, man. And I'm honestly, I'm very glad that we're able to make amends, man. Like, someone asked me on stream, yesterday who should be on the Mount Rushmore of Classic. And they were like including me on it, and I was like very flattered by that. But I was just like, I was thinking like, there was a lot of people who jumped on the Classic train after the bag was secured, after it was already announced that it was locked in and it was coming. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon there. It's far less, it doesn't move the needle for me that much. It's already announced. For me, when I think of the people that like got us WoW Classic, I was completely honest. I was like, yo, there's a very good chance that there's a very good likelihood that like, you know, Alex should have a spot on that, because he was that dude. I'm like spearheading the hype for vanilla, right? And the NOS guys too, like Nano, Mark Kern. I don't know. I really subscribe and cherish that timeline, and I believe in my heart that we got Classic WoW because of all that, right? Because of this private server that exploded, because of the kind of like snowball of momentum. And even though it was a small community, all things considered, a couple thousand players, like Blizzard definitely took notice, and it definitely, that's how it happened. I want to believe that. And I want to basically protect that lore and like remember that lore and remember that vanilla is like our roots with Classic. And like when I look at Classic now, and there's such a mix of retail players and stuff, and it's nothing against them, it's just so different. Like they're not like my people, you know, they're just different. Like they enjoy a different style of game. That for me, like that's part of my mission coming back right now to stream and play WoW again, is to kind of revive that a little bit. Like let's remember the people from the past that like got us WoW Classic. Let's remember like the roots of this whole movement. You know, let's not reject private servers. Honestly, that's part of our fucking heritage. You know, you just protect the culture, you know, you remember this stuff. And there's less and less people that remember this stuff with each year, and the game's getting more and more diluted over time. But I want to believe that, you know, stuff like this, like what we're doing on Deviate, it keeps it going. It keeps it going. I thought I'd never play this game again. I thought I was done. I thought I literally like was moving on forever, and that was finally it. I'm kind of surprised I'm here, to be honest. But it's taken that long away from the game. I'm finally ready. Like I miss vanilla a lot. Like it's a really fun game, and I didn't think I'd had it in me to take the game seriously again and like, you know, metagame a bit and do that, but turns out I do. I got another playthrough or two in me. So it's I'm rambling, you know, but I want to make sure this project is successful, and you know, that's something I'm considering, making a guild here, getting Aladar's blessing on it, talking to him, and not being like enemies with anybody, but just saying, hey, look, we clearly love vanilla. We have passion for this game. We're out here. You know, if you're gonna be in the guild, you're gonna be in a safe spot. Like, it's not gonna go horrible. Like, and this is not our first rodeo. You know, we've been here for a while. Like, because I worry about I don't know. I worry about the current like vibe at the moment. Dude, these fucking things are so strong. Is that Snarler? Yeah, it is Snarler. Nice, man. Yeah, very perceptive. Yeah, that's Snarler. He's a level 43 wolf from Feralus. He has the higher rank of Furious Howl. He has the highest rank of Bite right on the dot, so he has rank 6 Bite when you get him. He's a really sicko mode pet. He's right by Mahachi. And when you get there, you can get him like perfectly at level. Like I showed up to Mahachi in 43 and I tamed him at 43, and it was sick. Like I needed a new rank of Bite. Bite is better than Claw. It's better to sustain DPS. I have Furious Howl. It matches my mount, so we're kind of matching. And for once in my life, I'm not going to forget to tame a wolf, so I'll have a wolf at 60 when I go into Tribute. Every single time I play Hunter, I have a cat or I have a carrion bird. I ding 60, and I have to go to Elbers and solo tame that wolf, which is a pain in the dick, and usually wipe a few times because it's just like stuff can go wrong in there. You finally get the wolf. It's level 51, and you have to spend, unironically, like a week leveling it up to 60, because it is possible to do Tribute with a 51 wolf, but it's kind of scuffed because it pulls stuff more. Like, even though there's like reduced proximity aggro range on pets, it pulls stuff more if it's 51. So you have to level up to 60, and then you're just mauling because you're like, I'm just so much opportunity cost lost. But when I hit 60, I think my plan is I'm gonna go into tribute. I'm just gonna bust out 1,000 gold in tribute, buy epic mount right away. I've done it so many times. I did that actually on Zethker. When I dinged 60, I went to Maradon. I was on a Night Elf Hunter, BT1. As soon as I hit 60, I zoned into Maradon. Hearthstone Nigel Point. Didn't leave for like 2-3 days. Left with gold, the 1,000 gold or 900 gold or whatever. Bought them out. I think that's the way to do it, man. Because yeah, you could put that 900 gold towards Prebis and stuff. But what ends up happening is like you put all that 900 gold to Prebis, and then you have no gold, and it feels harder and harder to finally get your epic mount. And it's like you can get into a situation like Grace for Days where you never get epic mount. You know what I'm saying? Epic mount, make no mistake, epic mount is a very big power level increase if you're playing on a PvP server. Mounting is part of PvP. So like if we're fighting right over here, I get a guy in a trap. Oh fuck, I'm in shambles, I have no health. I can feign, mount up. Anytime you drop combat in vanilla, like your reflex should be to mount up. You know what I'm saying? So having epic mount is like very, very powerful. Yeah, did you know that is now longer than since we've had fresh vanilla since classic after Nostalgia? It's crazy to think about. Yeah, that is crazy to think about. I mean, to me, what's crazy to think about is that it's been basically almost 10 years. 10 years since we started kind of playing this game again, vanilla. 10 years is a long time. You know, I can go back and see those private chat podcasts that you did back in the day. Go look at some of those old guys or Marky Mark and stuff. You look at YouTube and it's like 9 years ago. Like, holy shit, man. We're still playing this game. But it is the best game of all time, dude. Like, it is crazy how much it's held up. And in the grand scheme of things, like, how did they fit so much content and so much content and so much stuff to do and make this game feel so massive in just a couple gigabytes? How big is classic WoW? How big is vanilla WoW? If you go download the 113 client right now or something, it's probably like 5 gigs or less. The last 10 years of our lives for some of us have been encased in 5 gigabytes. How did you get your 60% mount so fast? I didn't really get it too fast. I got it at like 44. And I got some streamer bennies, I'm not gonna lie. People from the chat hooked it up. I've been getting streamer bennies the whole way up. You know, Classic Dill, who's one of my longest support, he sent me 25 gold. Another guy sent me 10. I appreciate it. You know, like, I'm not playing hardcore or anything, and I don't have many hours to play, right? I wish I had more, honestly. I wish I could degen like you guys. I'm a little bit jealous. But because I don't have so much, like, hours, I kind of just take what I can get. No big deal, some people spend their whole life watching football. Yeah, I heard you say that the other day on stream. Yeah. No, like, I look back on things, and do I regret it? Do I regret all the time that I put into this game? I can wholeheartedly say no. This game has done so much for me. From just a lot of my friends that I have now currently, to some of the businesses I've built. You know, it's put a roof over my head in some ways. Like, I was to build, you know, I was able, like, just countless good times. Like, yeah, Blizzard maybe didn't do everything perfect with Classic, but I'm still very, like, thankful for the opportunity to play it, and the Classic actually came true. Because, like I said on stream, a lot of times, Alex, there was a time for multiple years that November would come around, and in private servers there was a world chat, right? People don't really, or was it called global chat? I'm pretty sure it's called world chat. People don't really use world chat in Classic though, like, that much. But in world chat and private servers, everybody used that. And the conversation in world chat was always talking about, oh, this is the year, guys. Like BlizzCon, they're gonna announce it. This is it, boys. Legacy servers. They didn't even call it classic. People called legacy. Legacy servers this year announced. BlizzCon would come and go. No announcement. And the conversation is constantly raging in the chat like, you think Blizzard will do real legacy servers? Nah, no way, man. No way. There's not enough money in it. Nah, no way. No way. And it was like that for like multiple years. And then seemingly out of nowhere, I don't know if anyone got tipped off by it or anything, but when they announced it 2017, it was like a straight up ambush. I remember watching it live. I was actually watching your stream, Alex, back then, and saw the reactions. It was wild. We got like fucking cheap shot kidney shotted out of nowhere. Zoom out a bit, please. Okay, sorry, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hunter is this class for people who have limited time to play? Yes, it is a very good class for people who have limited time to play. And you can ask me any question you want about Hunter at like every stage of the game. I can answer you. Like, it's a very good class to play. It's an underrated class in vanilla as well, because like I've said before, especially going into like summer 2019, people were dooming on Hunters. Like they were saying, oh, they're the lowest DPS in vanilla. That's what they were saying. It's the lowest DPS in vanilla. The lowest DPS in vanilla. I mean, you can have Hunters that do the lowest DPS. It's possible. Like, don't play Hunter. You know, you gotta play Warrior. You gotta play Rogue. Like, and I get what they're saying. Like, you're not gonna do more damage most of the time than Warriors and Rogues. But that's not even necessarily true. So many rank 14 Warriors, rank 14 Rogues that are pretty bad. Or they just make one mistake and they get greedy. And they're wearing full fucking leather in Lionheart and they get one-shotted and lose all their buffs and they start balding and they do and their damage is bad. You know, Hunter is, you never lose your buffs. You can go top 5. You can literally be number 1 damage on some fights if you pop off. Like, especially if it's like a 3-target fight where like you're getting max value from multi-shot and you're able to serpent sting everything. And let's say, I mean, think of the situation and if you could be top damage. Let's say, yeah, like let's say it's a fight where warriors like aren't popping wreck, and it's just like Death Wish, Diamond Flask, that type of fight, and you play it perfectly, you know, and you're like aimed, multi-aimed, you're just dumping mana, and then like as the boss is about to die, you run in and you fucking Raptor Strike Sapper it with like your pet there, and it's like so clean. On that kind of fight, you can be top damage. You know, like there's a lot of little cheeky things you can do to squeeze out damage too, or sometimes at the beginning of the fight, like you just run in, trap and Sapper real quick, like, and then you come out like right at the start, like right as the pole's getting set up. Cargus is the best streamer. I would rather be here and chat alone than watch anybody else. Oh, I appreciate it, James. Man, there's no freaking Hydras out here. Where are they? Where are they, bro? Oh wait, did I get them all? No, 5 of 6. Couldn't see the quest. Like, just look how cool this class is, man. You can constantly find rares. You feel like a survivalist, a self-reliant trapper. Like, even just the noise of Eagle Eye, it kind of makes you feel like you have an eagle in the sky that's gonna like soar over a position and go look at it for you. You know what I mean? There's so many quests, like for example, like in Feralus. I was doing a quest in Feralus today. You know, where you have to find the wood guys? They're like little treants and they walk across the whole zone. It's so sick. You can just, you know, scan the whole zone, find them. I mean, Shaman can do it too, but why are you friends with Alex when he tried to take you down, bro? Like I said, man, like, it's, you know, you only have one life, and you should try to like make amends with people. You should try to mend bridges, and as I mentioned to him a lot, like, there's a decent chance I wouldn't be here streaming in front of you guys if it wasn't for his content. So despite all the, you know, some of the pain and all that, like, I always have to remember that. You know, I remember the early guys that I watched during Warlords of Draenor and some of that content and the guides and how excited I felt. I remember just one time I was in Subway just eating a sandwich and I'm just like going through these videos and I was just so excited to go play vanilla. Like, the community vibes were so on point, like similar to this server. Like, you can kind of recreate that. Like, if we had like a podcast going for this server, and it doesn't necessarily have to be big, it's intoxicating if you have good people who are passionate about stuff and they're coming together and they're building something and the vibes are on point. Like, it's like a gravitational pull. Like, everyone wants a piece of that. And that's how it was for me. Like, I am drawn, generally speaking, to like underdogs, people and projects and stuff. Like, I root for the underdog. So when I saw this community kind of like in its infancy and like the kind of crude content that people were coming out with, and some of it was kind of corny and all this, and like it made me want to be a part of it, you know. And so I switched gears and, you know, quit retail, made a character on K2 Orc Hunter, got him to about STV range 30 whatever. That was like the first character I made back on, like, when I started getting back into private servers. It's all water under the bridge. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah. It's cool to hear you shout out the private server OGs and the roots like Razai and the real Marky Mark. You and Alex Central were part of that community too. It's great. Aladar is keeping it alive. I agree, private servers got to stay alive. Let's see what the future holds. Best game of all time. That's still to open 2024 and beyond. Damn, dude. Manimal Gaming? What the hell is up, bro? I remember you, bro. I met you in Tahoe one time, right? Didn't we meet up? In real life? Shit, bro. I haven't heard from you in a while. Good to see you, man. I met a guy. Fresh meat. Yeah. I met a guy from stream yesterday. I went to his restaurant and he hooked me up with like a salad and some garlic knots. He lives nearby me. And it's crazy, man. Like, when you're just streaming and talking into the void, you don't know what kind of impact you're having on people. Like, it kind of just feels like I'm just selfishly playing the game I want to play, and, you know, you make a few bucks and it's fun and you're talking and all this. But that's been kind of like another cool silver lining of streaming, that like people are in all different like walks of life. Like, there's doctors, believe it or not. There's probably a couple doctors watching this right now. There's police officers that are like in their patrol car driving around. There's teachers. There's people of every shape and size watching. And this guy, like, I went to his restaurant yesterday, and no, he recognized me immediately, and he was telling me like, bro, your stream got me through some dark times, man. Like, I was depressed, like I was ready. I thought this was it for me, and through Classic and like your stream and stuff, it made me almost get fixated on nostalgia, and nostalgia became like very like a huge thing for me, like a light in the darkness. Started like getting really into everything nostalgic. Started collecting Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, things like that. And now, you know, he like buys and sells Pokemon cards and has a restaurant and stuff. And those type of interactions, man, it sort of like makes it all feel worth it. Like, in a weird way, you can connect and help people just by talking into the void and playing games. You already have enough Thresher skills? Oh yeah, thank you. Let's go. Alright, so we're prepped for ST actually. We can do ST whenever and get Devilsaur Eye. On use, 1.5 minute cooldown, 150 attack power, 2% hit. So good. Pretty much use it the entirety of the game. Unless until like Earth Strike. Devilsaur Eye, so good for PvP while leveling. Yeah, and that's okay. Someone asked about min-max hunter things. min-max hunter things, right? Giga Chad min-max hunter thing is you actually run less hit and you rely on the hit from Devilsaur Eye to hit cap you. And you can squeeze out more damage that way because you get 2% hit from it, right? It's only for 15 seconds. So you're only hit capped for 15 seconds of the fight. But a lot of times these fights are so short that it's enough, you know? 15 seconds is enough. Like, so even if you have 5 seconds after where you're not hit capped, it's okay. I think it's a little bit bait. Like, being hit capped is good, but there is like a break point where it's less good. Like if you had a ton of damage or strength or whatever it was, like instead of hit, you know, because that's like almost the basics of raiding. People always say, "Yo, go get hit capped." That's the first thing you do, and it's true, you should, but there's a little more to it. Yo, Pepe, what's up, dude? Yo, what up, Hottie? Yo, Pepe, is that like multi-rank 1 Giga Chad Arena Extraordinaire Pepe? Let me click. Oh my god, it is, dude. I remember, dude. I played on this server. It might have been Endless. I think it was Endless, actually. It was right before they did the fresh before TBC. So, like, TBC Classic came out. They did that fresh. It was called, like, Sun something. I played on that one. And then the one before that. Leveled up my rogue. Queued arena, and it was basically just like we kept queuing into you over and over, Pepe. Like there was like nobody in the queue, and you just kept fucking demolishing us. I'm like, who is this guy? I like looked you up, and I saw you streaming on YouTube. It wasn't even Twitch, bro. Where's my stream? Oh, there we go. Can't remember what server that was. What class do you think you played the least? Oh, it's for sure Priest. I haven't played much Priest. It's a class that like it's hard for me to like get into. I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty normie in that sense. Like I like physical damage. I like big swords, axes, bows. That's all the most fun to me, you know. All that stuff. Like I play the caster classes and the wizards and stuff the least. But it's Priest. I don't think I've ever got a Priest to 60 actually in vanilla. I've gotten him before. Like I did a hardcore run with Greys. Got him up to like high 40s, I think, but never 60 on Priest. What about Druid? Does it do well against Hunters? Druids are possibly the best open world class in the game for PvP, and I shit you not, it's Boomkin Druids. I shit you not, but that's like the only thing they're good for. Boomkins is like, I mean, you could probably make it work and be like serviceable in a raid, you know, if you Dark Rune and do all that. Like, I think their spells are like probably okay, but Boomkin, World PvP, it's not like full on send balance like all the way. Like, I'm pretty sure is Moonkin Form the final talent or is it higher up? But there's like weird Boomkin enthusiasts that play this like Boomkin Resto open world PvP spec. And you basically cannot kill them. They have too much mobility. The only class that has like any shot of killing them is a Warlock. And Warlocks, like, you know, you can kill them as a Warlock, but their Druids are slippery, and Warlocks have like no mobility, right? You're like a fucking turret. So if they survive through your fears and all that, and like they're able to, you know, they could probably just run away from you. So in a way, that's like the best open world PvP spec. And basically how it works is you're healing most of the time. Ooh, demonic rune, nice. And you're just dancing in and out, like just whittling away. Like you just moonfire, insect swarm, and then like run away. And then you like toss some heals on yourself. Maybe you drink for a couple ticks. You come back in, moonfire, insect swarm, run away. Come back in, root, moonfire, insect swarm, run away. Drink, drink, drink. Stealth, go cat form, come back out, come back in, open with like pounce, moonfire, insect swarm, run away. So annoying, but it's really strong. Prefox rated on a Moonkin and Axe for the 8 weeks of Classic. He was min-maxing in damage on par with tanks. That's what I'm saying. I do firmly believe that 112, this version of the game right here, is very balanced. and is a masterpiece. And like people, it's one of their main criticisms of the game that there's too many meme specs. You can't play what you want. It's like, sure you can. You can play it to a serviceable like 7 out of 10 sweat level. I'm not even kidding. Like anything. Yeah, if you're literally gonna be like Salad Bakers or fucking who else was Giga Chad? Like Progress, or if you're really pushing the envelope and you're trying to min max like every possible brown class possible, sure, it's not gonna be the best in that. But you have to think about, yeah, apes, yeah. But you have to be realistic about things. Like, yeah, you stack a lot of brown class, but how are you gonna get weapons for everybody? You know what I mean? You're gonna like get bottlenecks with gear. It's still okay because it still ends up being worth it to just stack brown class, because even if you have like double Dalrens and you're an AK-40, you can still pump with Dalrens. Like you'll still be doing more damage than most people. But you know what I mean? Like having some other classes in there to help like ease the gear bottleneck. Pally Reckoning. Pally Reckoning was 10 times more insane on private servers though, because basically what you could do is you could get Reckoning really easy. Like I know you can technically still sit proc Reckoning, but I personally never got it working in the same way that it did on private servers. They probably have a weak aura now for it though, so you could probably stack one up. But what you could do before on private server is I could walk up to this guy, right? Okay, imagine he's a melee Andy, and I just sit. I just sit like 5 times. And anytime you sit in this game and a mob hits you while you're sitting, you get crit, right? So that procs and builds up a Reckoning stack. And Reckoning almost gives you like a thrash. So you build it up, right? And that Reckoning stack doesn't go away. If you're on a flight path, if you're on a mount, it doesn't go away. It just stays there. And you're basically like, you have like a fucking grenade in your hand with the pin pulled. You pull the pin on the grenade, or like, yeah, you know how the grenade doesn't explode until you release the lever on it and then you throw it? So it's like you pull the pin on the grenade and you're walking around with a hand grenade. And you can just walk up to somebody like this, right click them, boom, dead. Pick missed. 100 to 0. That was pretty cool. They call it Wreck Bomb. And some of that shit was really cool on private servers. That stuff worked. Hibernate the pet, Moonfire, and run on cheats, yeah. No, hunters are actually not that good in PvP. Like, they are. I mean, that's not the whole story. I guess in just 1v1s, they're actually overall one of the weaker 1v1 classes, in my opinion. Keep in mind, take that with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not like a CDL champion or anything like that. That's just my humble take on it. You do have some issues, and you can make up for it with like engineering stuff, of course. But there's a lot of classes that are fantastic at dueling. Dueling, the main problem with it is you're confined to like a limited area. You only have like a little circle you have to stay within, or else you get forfeit. And hunters are going to do best when they have like the entire world at their disposal, right? Where you can basically be at like 41-yard range, just like chipping away at the target, like Viper stinging it and running away and like all that. If you're confined, it makes it a bit tougher to do what you want to do. Same thing with Druid. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to 1v1, best class 1v1 in the game, in a straight up duel, it is an undead SL Warlock is the best. Second place is debatable, but it's either gonna be it's debatable, man. You know, it's possible that it's human rogue, right? It's possible. Because, like, perception is really good, man. As a hunter, losing to a warrior just shows how bad you are at the game. Warriors are known for being free food in World PvP. No, you're right. You should beat warriors in PvP. Like, bro. Like, you sound really dumb right now. I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, I'm trying to be respectful. But coming in with that, like, really basic-ass take is, like, doing nothing for you, bro. Like, I'm going to lose some duels to some open-world altercations to warriors. I'm not in PvP spec. I'm leveling up. I have no stamina. The warrior charges in with the FAP. I'm also kind of washed. Like, I get it, bro. Like, relax. Like, what I'm saying, like, yeah, in a duel where you're trying hard and you're in the correct spec and you have like the consumables that are allowed, yeah, like you'll rinse warriors all the time. But warrior's a weird one because warriors in that setting, in a duel tournament setting, are going to be the weakest. But like, the duel setting isn't the reality in vanilla. Like, a lot of times you're just like, I guess what I'm saying is warriors are actually really strong in 1v1 in a way. If you outgear the other person, or if they're not like the best, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we articulate this, guys? Who's ranked on a warrior here in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're the weakest 1v1 class, but you're actually also like fucking insane sometimes. You just walk up to somebody and just two-shot them. You know what I mean? You literally just like two-shot them. You connect for like 3 seconds of uptime and they die instantly. Like, and even in 1v1, like, they can't even react. You just charge in and they're just dead. Like, so you just charge with the FAP on, like, you're very dangerous as warrior. Yeah, warrior with a healer is the best, obviously, but like, Sony won the OTK Macarat tournament. I can't remember actually. How are Shadow Priests? Shadow Priests are overrated. They are very good, but they're overrated. Because a lot of times people used to think that Shadow Priest was the best 1v1 class. Shadow Priest has a big weakness. What's the Shadow Priest weakness? I'm sure there's a lot of vanilla heads here. I'm sure you guys know. What class does Shadow Priest get rinsed by? No guesses? Hunter? It's not Hunter. Hunter actually gets fucking demolished by Shadow Priest. It's actually so one-sided that it's hilarious. If you fight a Shadow Priest as Hunter, it's one of the most depressing things. I'm talking in a duel. In a duel. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay? I've done this before. We've been on Henhouse. We've been dueling in full PvP gear, rocket helm, everything. We tested it all out, right? One Shadow Word Pain on you as a Hunter is unironically taking away like 50% of your health. It's possible even more. Like, it's just a couple dots from a Shadow Priest. You can't drain them fast enough, their mana, with Viper Sting. Like, to kill a Shadow Priest, you have to be like max range like this. Like, you have to like come in and like Viper Sting them and be running. You have to have that kind of space to sustain against them. And even that, they still get like a pain on you, right? And you're running away and you're just dying with pain, and it's so cringe. You're like, how is this pain doing so much damage right now? And you're like running around just potioning like this, and you have Viper Sting on him. That's how you can win. If you start at max range versus Shadow Priest, you can win with Viper Sting, I get it. But Shadow Priests, their main weakness is Warlock. Warlock fucks Shadow Priest up. Never lost to a Shadow Priest on a Warlock. Even the most sweaty BT1 Dwarf Shadow Priest. You just have way more sustain than them. And that's the case with Warlock in general. You have more gas in the tank than like every other class. And the reason why is that in vanilla WoW, there's an item that you craft. It's called Spellstone. You guys all know what Spellstone is. It's probably been a while since you guys have been playing Kata and shit, right? Spellstone is an offhand that you hold in your offhand. And you can have multiple ranks of it. So you can have rank 4, rank 3, rank 2, rank 1 if you want. You never really use like the lower ones. It might actually just be 3, 2, 1. I don't know if there's a 4. But what Spellstone does is it completely takes off all debuffs on you. All the magical debuffs. So once the Shadow Priest, they have to like kind of get going with some momentum, right? Like Cancer, like Vampiric Touch or whatever. They try to get their pain up. They blanket silence you for 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds in vanilla, right? Guess what? Spellstone takes off the blanket silence. It takes off the blanket silence. Completely gone. All the buffs, all the momentum, all the tempo, shifted back. Everything cleaned off of you. You're squeaky clean. And then you immediately equip another rank of Spellstone, and you have to wait 30 seconds to use the next one. And what you do versus Shadow Priest, I mean, you have Hellstone, you have Tuber, you have healing pots and stuff, but you immediately just start mana draining them as Warlock. You just mana drain them. You commit to the mana drain line. You also have a shadow damage absorption. It's called Shadow Ward, I believe, on Warlock. So Warlocks, and not many people know this though. I mean, I bet you a lot of people in chat didn't know that, but Warlocks beat Shadow Priests if played well. But the problem with Warlock is that, yo, chill out, guys, chill out, chill out. Even if you have a problem with Alex, bro, just save it for another chat. I would appreciate it. Let's kill in the vibe. Just chill out. But like, what was I saying? The problem with Warlocks is that like they're the best 1v1 class, right? But they are so heavily reliant on shards, because you have to realize you need multiple ranks of Hellstone, and that is a real thing. You're going to use multiple ranks, and you need 2 ranks of Spellstone at all times. That's 4 shards right there. To even dream of using the ability you want to use, Shadowburn, because the strongest 1v1 spec in the game is SLSB, which is Soul Link Shadowburn. Every time you use Shadowburn, it uses 1 shard. So that's why Warlock is so unenjoyable in a way, that you're so shard reliant. And if you die in World PvP, which happens all the time, you win some, you lose some, somebody ganks you, you're missing a cooldown or 2, you just die. You have no mobility, and it takes you like a solid 2 minutes to get set back up again. You have to sit there, spawn off on a corner. The only way to really survive is you spawn and you invispot and you run with invispot like this. So, but they can even find you because they know that. So then they put on detect invisibility and they find you. So like, once you can finally get here, it's like, oh shit, oh, I escaped, I'm behind a tree. Okay, here we go. Time to get combat ready again, let's go. All right, summon demon, 10 seconds, or whatever it is, 5 seconds. Hellstone, max rank. Hellstone, smaller rank. Remake the Spellstone. You know, drink, eat, demon armor, soul link, buff the pet with the 2 buffs, detect invisibility, whatever the other one. I mean, that's not like essential, right? Buff yourself with a thing, get ready. That's already taking a minute, and oftentimes they'll find you trying to recover and they'll kill you again, and then you're down even worse. Yo, just chill, Corito, please. I'm gonna ask you one time, bro. Please, Corito. Please, Corito. Do me a solid, man. I don't recognize your name, but just chill, man. Just there's no drama in the chat, man. Agree to disagree. Who do you think is better at Classic Hunter PvP, Zeroji or Bean? I don't know, actually. Probably Bean. Even though he kind of did me dirty, like, Bean is a really good player. I played him a lot in Season 4. And he was a fucking beast. He was using Skull of Impending Doom. He knew he's a vanilla guy, so he knew about Skull of Impending Doom early. And he had, like, all the vanilla trinkets and stuff. Netomatic Projector. Skull of Impending Doom. Playing fucking HD. Oh, that was rough, dude. How did Bean do you dirty? I don't even want to get into it, bro. It's whatever. I'm over it now. I'm over it. Zeroji is the champion of sod hunters. Interesting. Cargos, why did you grow your hair out again? Didn't you used to have a shaved head? I mean, I was in the military back then, bro. So, like, you had to have, like, a compliant haircut. And I was using, like, the military barbers because it's cheaper and stuff. And during COVID, I was, like, cutting my own hair just, like, fast. And I don't know, like, I wasn't really on that, like, fuckboy arc back then. I was more, like, it was a different arc. Like, I'm a little bit on the fuckboy arc right now. Not literally, like, but just, you know, I'm wearing, like, booty shorts, like 4-inch booty shorts and tank tops and getting all tatted and stuff. It's just a different vibe. What was your MOS? I got a 09 Sierra contract. There was a nasty girl. Booty shorts gang gang. What up, Berg Stealth? Good to see you, bro. Targ, how do I get into pickleball as a beginner who doesn't know anyone who plays? Where do you live? We'll start there. Like, what state? You don't have to be like, you don't have to give me your home address. That's gonna be a factor. I'll see if you're doomed. NorCal? Okay, you have hope. I'm in NorCal too, actually, bro. So you actually, turns out you live in one of the best places in the entire world to play pickleball. Maybe the best. There's a lot of amazing places to play around here. Amazing places. What you gotta do is you gotta buy a non-dog shit paddle. That's the first step, because people size each other up. And if you come and you show up with like some $10 fucking set, like Target paddle, you're gonna be like Monka-esque to people. They're gonna see you and be like, they're gonna like silently dodge you. Buy a good paddle that's like serviceable, that even pros use. There's a few options. You can buy like a Selkirk Lux, or you can buy like a Jula, like a Gen 2, like a C2 or a Perseus or something. Or you can buy a gearbox, spend a couple $100. It's worth it, trust me. You'll play the game for the rest of your life until you're like 80 years old. Then you go to a site called pickleballbrackets.com, or no, what's it called? Playtime Scheduler. Playtimescheduler.com. And you look for open play events in your area. And there will be some. If there's not any though, you just try to find a pickleball spot near you and go to their open play events or mixers, sign up. Start at 3.0 to 3.5. You play with those people. What you do is you show up and there's like a paddle rack, you put your paddle in, and then it's usually like 2 on 2 off. And then if you win 2 games, you get off. And that's how it starts. And then you find people who are kind of in your bracket, skill bracket, but they shouldn't be, because they have a lot of potential, because they're athletic or they played, tennis, or you believe in them. And then you just start grinding with them. You start doing tournaments, 3-0 tournaments if you want to start, 3-5 tournaments. You start grinding, and then you start moving up in the ranks, and then people start inviting you to higher and higher level stuff. And that's how it goes. Shout out to Trax, the best hunter in the world, 17-time champion slayer of druids. Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Trax videos. Wasn't he TBC though? Mainly? TBC and Wrath? Yeah, Playtime Scheduler. I'm a big Jula guy. I'd recommend getting like a Gen 2 Jula. Gen 3 guy. My paddle's banned. I have to use a Gen 2 today, or tomorrow. There's like a lot of drama in the pickleball scene right now. What do you think about War Talent Improved Cleave? Do you think it's underrated? 100% Bublo. 100% underrated. The only problem though, Bublo, is that you don't have a lot of points to spare. So like you can shift like 1 or 2 points into Cleave, but you will lose something that's also good. But the fact of the matter is, yes, you only get a tiny increase in damage from Cleave, but you use Cleave a fuckload, so it's good. You use Cleave a ton, so it is underrated. Yeah, I know it's just the bonus damage. Bro, I remember trying to convince you pickleballs to play, to no available. Glad you came around. Yeah, dude. It's funny. I used to be hating on pickleball so much. I actually talked about it on stream. Like, I was like, these yuppie ass Californians, bro. They're turning all the tennis courts into pickleball courts. Like, this is so stupid. And now I'm about to go pro in pickleball. There it is, my boys. Look at that. Devil Sword Eye. Look at that. Now we just need to convince some people to do ST. Next up, I just have to get you on retail. Nah, I'm a lost cause, bro. I'm a lost cause. No shot I could play retail. It would like, it would just have to be like there's no way to play vanilla anymore. That's how it would have to be. Somehow, the code got deleted. Shout out to Elhana, my favorite classic WoW friend. Yo, thank you for chilling out, Carito. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. I thought you were gonna keep sending it. It's all love here, man. We're all in the same fight, guys. If you're here watching this chat, you are a certified vanilla Andy, vanilla WoW enjoyer. There's probably 0 retail people here, I would imagine, for all the shit I've talked on retail. There's probably 0 cat lookup people here. We're all in the same fight. There's only a few of us left, man. We're a dying breed. Probably only a couple thousand of us in the world left. I'm a retailer in Kata, bruv. Why are you here, though, bro? Playing Kata now. can't wait to be a retail WoW 2 player. I love both versions of the game. I'm a retail guy, but just enjoy watching Classic. How can you grow a stream if Classic is dying? I don't really care about growing the stream. This is more than enough people to watch. I feel like I have a platform with this many people. Like, and I'm hoping that maybe that works to my benefit, because I honestly don't really care. Like, I'm gonna make... Like, I would care, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if I turned on the stream and I had 50 viewers, my ego would probably be a little hurt or something, and I'd be like, man, I really fell off. Like, maybe this is not worth it. But where we're at right now with a couple hundred people, like 255 on Twitch, and let me see YouTube. YouTube, we got like 100. That's good enough, man. And you know, like, I want to make vanilla WoW videos again, like just as love letters to the game. And to me, it goes deeper than the amount of views I get. Like, for me, it's just my favorite game, and I made like a piece of art to celebrate my favorite game. It's the same thing with music. You think if I cared about growing my channel, I would unironically put out vanilla WoW classic era raps on my 100k YouTube channel? I'm literally frying my algorithm. My channel is dead. But I just do it because it's fun. And like, I like it. Even if like 5 people enjoy my music, it's enough. Wait, you make music? Yeah, I make like corny WoW raps and, you know, sing R&Bs and stuff like that. You would get a lot more views at peak times. Yeah. The reason why I know I'm doomed as a streamer though, and I'll never make it as like a streamer for real, is I just can't stream the amount of hours you need. I get mentally cooked. I like playing off stream way more and just being on someone else's stream in Discord. Like, I don't know, my brain just gets tired, man, talking so much, and I feel like you need to stream like 8 hours a day. I bang your last song every day, bro. Loved it. I'm glad, man. See, like that, those type of comments, Kaliko, it's worth it for me. I'm glad that even if I just get like a few like diehard fans for my music and they really fuck with it, like it's worth it. Even if like 70% of people think it's cringe, if I get 10% of people who are like, yo, this is fire, it's worth it for me. I don't think streaming WoW during the day is the play. Much more chill at night, less competition also. Yeah, I just can't do it at night, man. Like, it's just my current schedule right now. I mean, I'll tell you my whole schedule. I wake up like 5:30 a.m. I will game a little bit in the morning. Like, I'll shower really early and just get that done and get out of the way, conduct all personal hygiene, shave, do all that, take a piss, weigh myself. And then I'll game for a little bit. Then my daughter wakes up and my wife wakes up. And for us, we don't do family dinners together every night because we're always so busy doing stuff, but we do family breakfast. So we go get breakfast as a family, get coffee, get the day started. Then I drop my kid off at preschool. And then I go do my alpha conditioning class. And then I go drill pickleball. Like, it's not really the fun part, like, because we drill. Then I get finished around midday. And that's the only time in the day that I can stream or play WoW. So I come home, I'll play WoW for like, I'll stream with you guys for like 4 hours. And then I gotta get back to the gym and actually I take my daughter there for childcare, and then that's when I actually like play pickleball, like play matches. And I'm there usually till 8. Then I get back home and I gotta spend time with my kid and my wife and do it all over again. So, and in between all that, I have to like run my actual businesses too, but it's pretty chill now. But I can't really. Sometimes I stream at night though. Like recently, I have been doing some night streams, right? Like a little bit. I pay the price the next day though. I'm like really tired. But you kind of living retired life, kinda. I still have some stuff I gotta do. And then on weekends and stuff, like I have pickleball tournaments like all the time. I usually have a couple per month. What is the point of taking your kid to childcare when you have time to actually spend with them? Because she doesn't go to just like a regular daycare, Daryl. She goes to a Bergamo school, and Bergamo, they get offended if you call them a daycare. You call them a daycare, they'll be like, don't say that. Well, I don't know, I never tested it, but they potty train your kid. They actually teach them stuff like way ahead of the curve, like fully potty trained. Didn't have to do anything myself. Knows how to use scissors, cups, everything. She's only 2 years old. She can, you know, they do like sewing, coloring, like language lessons. They have teachers there. So like that's way better than I can do. It's just like and my wife also works too, so it's better. But you have not time to do that yourself as opposed to hand it off to someone else. Yeah, I got stuff to do, man. I got my own life and career and stuff like that too. And I do think it's good to kind of, you know, I still spend plenty of time with my kid and she loves me. She's like very attached to me, and same with my wife too. But it's good to get her socialized with other kids, right? Like I don't want her to just be at home and feel awkward around other kids. She interacts with so many kids every day, at the gym, at preschool. She's gonna be like a well-adjusted kid, you know. When she grows up, she's gonna be like very well socialized, very used to like being out and about and staying active. Like she's really happy, and she actually likes school too. She looks forward to it. Yeah, my character is the same. My daughter's behind in development. She needs that boost. Putting them in daycare teaches them how to socialize. Like, yeah, exactly, Aladar. Aladar goes, yo, Aladar, you have kids? Everyone memes around and calls you Aladad and stuff. Do you have kids? You got any little ones? At the gym, Cargos already has her doing bench press. I can't wait till she gets a little older though. Like I don't want to rush it. Like she's in a very cute age right now, but when she's online, to share all these passions with, like actually be able to play games with her, play pickleball with her, play WoW with her. And I'm gonna have 2 daughters. I have another one in the oven right now. You guys probably heard. It's due August, another girl. So I'm gonna have 2 girls. They're gonna be like women's doubles partners, like some Venus and Serena Williams shit. Here's my Instagram, by the way. If anybody wants to follow me in real life, I'm gonna start doing some IRL streams on here. I'll start streaming some pickleball on here, and maybe like workout streams on there too. If anybody wants to follow, it's the IG. My son is 13. Trust me, it only gets better. Yeah, I'm stoked. Like, I feel like I've made it all the way. Like, I never grew up. I'm still like a big kid at heart. I never really grew up. I don't feel that much different than how I was in middle school. I still feel like the core of who I am is the same. Yeah, like we have more life experience now and stuff, but I still have some of the same bad habits. Like, I'm still into the same type of stuff. Man, I was literally playing WoW in middle school. I'm still playing WoW. And now I made it. I survived long enough and like didn't die. And now I have kids, and now, you know, I have like childhood round 2 through my kids. You never will, dude. I'm 42. I still feel like I'm 18. Cargos, I still feel like I'm 27. Yeah. No, I feel you, bro. It's honestly... I struggle with age. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I struggle with it. I don't like the fact that I'm 33. I don't like it. It upsets me. Why is life going by so fast? Like, it's tough, man. The years go by so fast, you know. Thankfully, I have a baby face, and like I still get carded when I go places and stuff, but man, it's going by too fast, guys. And it's only getting faster because basically life gets comfier the older you get. Like, it gets more bougie, and like you have less pain. You don't have to work as hard. And when that happens, I feel like life accelerates. Like everything feels faster. You know what I mean? Like, my days are just a blur. They go by like a week, a day, like a week feels like a day. You know, we'll be like planning some pickleball tournament like months in advance. I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be fun when that happens. And it's like, boom, blink twice and it's time to fly. Midlife crisis, time to buy a Porsche. Yeah, I actually went through that already. I feel like I went through my midlife crisis already. Like, I already bought my exotic cars, and then I went through it, and then I sold it. It wasn't for me. But yeah, I did. I bought a Maserati Quattroporta. A Grand Lusso. It was pretty sick in hindsight. Ferrari engine. Shit sounded so nice, bro. The exhaust notes. But Sold it. Each day becomes less and less of your total time existing, so they feel faster. Yeah. My grandmother is 84 and says she feels 30 inside. That's my hope, man. Like, do you guys have any aunts or uncles, or maybe even grandparents? Oh shit. Okay, I got 10 minutes to stream, guys. Then I gotta go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let's make it count. You guys have any aunts or uncles that are old, but they're still with it? Like, they're still really sharp. They're still kind of edgy. Even maybe they're even making like flirtatious jokes with their spouse. They don't feel washed up. You know how they say old people are like you're like twice a baby in life. Once when you're a baby, and then when you get old, you like become a baby again, and people have to take care of you. I'm scared of that, bro. I hope that never happens to me. I don't want to like. And I've seen old people that are like that, you know, where like and even my parents. I'm not gonna lie right now. My dad's is in his 60s. My mom just turned 60. Man, the screws loosen a little bit. The screws loosen. Like, the time where they're making better decisions than us has passed. Now it's like we're at that break point where we make better decisions than them, and we have to take care of them. And it actually like breaks your heart to see, you know, that happen, right? But it's like, I hope when we get old, we can be sharp. We can still be with it, you know, and people don't feel like we're a burden or something. The reason for that is due to us not experiencing new things, so we go through life as it was yesterday. The reason why life felt as it was going slowly is due to our brains trying to comprehend what it is experiencing. Yeah, that makes sense in part. I agree with that. We're close in age, same as my parents. Also, you're going to be fine, but make sure you encourage your parents to be active. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, my fear is, man, you just never know when someone's time is up. And I'm not that close with my parents. I love them, but like, I could do a lot more, you know? Like, they kind of were like helicopter parents to a certain extent. I mean, I love my parents, bro. Like, they did a lot for me. But like, I'm an only child, so you know how it is. They're like always in my business, right? Even when I was young, and I'm very independent, like to a fault. Like I'm at a stage where I probably should put in more effort, right, and talk to them, because you never know, man. You never know when it's all over. If you love them, you have to call them every day. I don't. Not even close. But I'm happy that we were able to give them like grandbabies and stuff, and they spend a lot of time with my daughter, and they love it. They have like grandparents stay twice a week from school, where they pick her up from school and hang out with her. Yeah. Ooh, 2 gold 19 right there. Oh yeah. Oh, you see them often? Yeah, that's part of the reason why I moved to where I'm at, because they live right near me, which is nice. I moved here to like try to be like, you know, take care of them if there's some emergency. Check for the rare. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. I saw Alex kill him on his stream like a little while ago. Warlord Krellian, that's not him. This building's so cool. I don't think he's up. Oh! Oh shit, he's up! Oh, let's go. Nice. BOE sword. It's actually a pretty good drop chance too. It's like 30% or something. Yo, what's up, Nozem? I can speak from experience that once you lose a parent, you will think of so many questions you should have asked them. Yeah. For me, I always had, like, I know my dad loves the outdoors. He's a big, like, naturalist type. He's a birder, which is the most boomer shit ever, right? Do you guys even know what a birder is? He basically can, like, hear the sound of any bird and, like, immediately identify what kind of bird it is. And, like, he used to give lectures at, like, the Greenwich Audubon Society and all that. Like, he's, like, a bird nerd. And he's, like, a real outdoor type. And he likes camping and all that. And he always wanted us to go camping together. And spend, like, you know, like, maybe even a week together. out, you know, camping and talking. And he grew up on the American River here, like near like Carmichael, California, in NorCal, like near Sacramento. And I live in that area, like more or less. I don't want to give specifics, but like he always wanted to do that. I think he gave up pushing for it, trying to do it. And like my fear is I'll never get to do that with him, you know, because I'm sitting on my ass. Like it's one of those things that you want to do, but you got to actually do it. Northern Cali is a great place for that. It's a really nice area. I like it here. I wonder what Kevin Jordan's doing nowadays. Yeah, I'm shocked with KJ, man, that like he doesn't play vanilla and like he loves it, but like from afar, you know, he doesn't feel compelled to go play this game. Like, dude, these classes are his children. The talents are his children. Like, he made this beautiful world that we all love, and this has got nothing for it. Like, he doesn't want to play it at all. I'd cut my fucking nuts off for a weekend camping trip with my dad. He's been gone 20 years now. Do it, bro. Yeah, I mean, talking to you guys are almost like my therapist. Like, maybe I should. Before it's too late, you know. He's starting to get some health conditions and stuff. And I had a little bit of a scare at the hospital last year with him, where, you know, I went to the hospital and I was fully prepared. Like, you know, this could be it, man. Like, I'm gonna just be the best son, try to be strong, and be here with my dad. And it turned out it was like it worked out, right? Like they like fixed it, and now he's doing a little better. But that was like a big posture check for me. Because my dad, yeah, he's had a crazy life. He's had a very interesting life. You could definitely have like books about his life. You know, just traveled the world, seen everything, man. And then he was in 9/11, and he got traumatized from that. He used to like love flying and traveling. Could never take airplane after that. Yo, we just got a 14 slot. Hell yeah. You have to try cargoes. You got to do that. I don't want to make it serious, but we're all on the clock. Yeah, true, man. I'll try. Gotta make time for the important things, man. Just lost a family member unexpectedly, and it makes you regret things. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm gonna do it. You guys are pushing me over the edge. That's the one thing that comes to mind. I've had that thought in my mind for years now. Maybe like 5-6 years. Like, what if I never get to go on that camping trip he always wanted to do? I think if I got to do that with him, it would be like it'd be a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Sooner rather than later. Did you want to go just with me? Yeah, just with me. Like, he always wants to show me things and teach me things, and I would always resist against that because my parents can be very overbearing at times. I'm sure you guys probably have the same. So like my natural instinct is to be like there's kind of like, yo, give me some space. But, you know, it's my dad at the end of the day. Are Steam Decks allowed while camping? Right? Might have to bring it. I never got to buy my dad the Rolex he always wanted. Had the money but thought it was a silly purchase. Yeah. Alright, let's get this sword. Oh shit, guys. Oh fuck. Okay, this is it. Right after I kill this guy, I gotta stop stream, guys. We're gonna host Grays and be on our merry way. Thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I love you guys. It was actually a really good stream, even though short and sweet. I will be back, I hope, fingers crossed, tonight for a late night stream. I gotta do pickleball stuff all today. Probably be done with the pickleball stuff around 5. And then might like have dinner with my teammates. We didn't get it. We got monkey boots though. 10 agi, 10 stam. Eh. Yeah. This summer, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate the advice, guys. I'm gonna hand you off to Grays. Keep him company. Thank you very much. I know Grays is a really good streamer, so the fact that you guys are here instead of watching Grays is crazy. I appreciate it, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna host Gray now.